Do you remember that when you were a little kid, your parents used to tell you, do not talk to strangers? Never talk to strangers because strangers might be dangerous, they might steal something for you, might kidnap you, or might harm you in a way. Do you have a fear nowadays when you're a grown up, an adult? Uh, are you afraid to talk to strangers? I've just realized that one of my favorite authors, Malcolm Gladwell, has just released a new book this year. It's called Talking to Strangers. I've been waiting for a while to a new title from this author of other best-selling and famous books such as Outliers, The Tipping Point, and a few others. Blink, very successful and very rich with interesting case studies and happenings and so on. I only managed to read just a few chapters of this new book, Talking to Strangers, and it's how interesting, as we grow up and we live our lives, we get to know all kind of people. On a daily basis, we get to talk to strangers who, at a certain point in time, they become our friends, and either we invest in our relationships without realizing that that person might be hiding something from us. uh, the author is giving us numerous examples throughout history about people getting to know each other, and for instance, the most challenging one was at that time, before the Second World War in 1938, Neville Chamberlain, the Prime Minister of Great Britain at that time, met Adolf Hitler, and he was charmed by by the Führer, because he was very funny, witted, and having really nice conversations, very polite, without realizing that it was just a facade, and deep within there was something really dark about his character, and all that he was saying about waging the war and conquering new territories, extending the German state. There weren't jokes at all. I mean, Neville Chamberlain failed miserably in learning about the character of Adolf Hitler. So this is something we might end up in a great trap in our lives, when we might end up in a relationship with the wrong person, who might be charming and interesting and very loving at the first time, and when things are getting complicated, then we realize that that person is a completely version of the one that we have just met. So this book, I think, is very useful for us to read and to understand the human nature of each one of us, and understand that people are having numerous faces, and behind a funny and outwitted facade, there might be a really dark personality, a really dangerous person. Or on the other hand, there might be people who are they might seem depressed or very dark on the outside, but deep within they might be very funny and very polite, and you could build up very successful friendships. So the theme of this book is definitely to try to understand, to learn the human nature within our friends, within ourselves, so that we won't make any mistakes, just like Neville Chamberlain and many others did back in the day, when they simply didn't realize the true nature of a dictator, or a really bad person. So enjoy your reading, and don't forget, have a great growth mindset. Bye.